Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Will Dinwiddie here. Today's word of the day is willpower. Willpower is the strength of will to carry out one's decisions, visions, or plans. Will is defined as expressing desire, choice, willingness, and consent. So the strength of your desire, choice, willingness, or consent to carry out your decisions, visions, or plans. So willpower is something that needs to be practiced daily. One way to practice willpower daily is to make sure that you're training regularly. Make sure that you're listening to positive messages regularly. Willpower needs to be practiced regularly if you want to grow it, because willpower is just like a muscle. The only way it's going to grow is through repetition, through training, through practice. And willpower is grown in many different ways. You demonstrate willpower when you are grinding out the last couple of reps on a really tough set. You also exercise willpower when you are overcoming hardships or adversities in your life. At the same time, you are doing all the things that you normally do. So if you're going through a breakup with somebody, you don't just stop working out, you don't just stop going to work, you don't just stop going to school or doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing. You do them anyway, through even when you're dealing with pain. You work through the pain. That's how you build willpower, is working through pain, working through hardship, working through adversity. It's not meant to be easy. That it's just like growing muscles. Growing muscles is not an easy thing to do, and that's why that's why it means so much when you grow your muscles, when you work out and you build your body up over time, and you build your willpower up over time. That's why it's what willpower makes something of you. It's like, you can have your goal of wanting to look a certain way, but it's the process of getting to that ultimate goal is what really develops you and builds you, and that's what really develops your willpower. It's not just it's not just achieving the goal, it's the process of achieving the goal is how you really grow. So how you want to grow your willpower is through repetition every day, through practice. Some days you're going to fall short, but that has to be the exception. The rule is 99 out of 100 days you are doing the right thing. The exception is 1 out of every 100 days. It's got to be extreme like that, or else you're not going to see your fullest potential. You're not going to be able to grow to be the best that you can be. And that's what life is about, is growing yourself to be the best that you can be. And that takes willpower, and that takes constant work, constant effort. You got to keep growing. You got to keep working on you. You got to keep grinding it out. You got to put a lot of repetition in. It's routine. Willpower is grown through routine, repetition, through overcoming massive amounts of adversity. So that's, in a sense, when you're working out and you're trying to lift more and more weight every time, you're building stronger willpower for your body. When you're working out, when you're going through the middle of a breakup, or if you've lost your job, or if you've lost your house, or like when you're going through hardship, when you're going through adversities, you still keep taking care of yourself, because the one thing that you have control over, you may not have any control over the outside world. You may lose your job and lose things in life, but the one thing that you have total control over, that you don't ever have to lose, is yourself and your mind, and growing yourself. I like to use working out as my main metaphor for life, because it allows me, because as long as I'm doing this, as long as I'm working my body, it reminds me that I have control. And if I have control, that means I can choose to work my mind. I can choose to look at things in a different way. I don't have to be pessimistic and look for the wrong and for the bad in life. I can be optimistic and look for all the good and the opportunity in life. And that's a choice, and that is built to become more of an optimist versus being a pessimist requires willpower. You have to keep building your willpower, and you have to build your willpower in many different ways. So it's not just physical, it's also mental and intellectual, spiritual, what you're giving back to the world, your contributions to the world. So willpower is grown in many different ways, and to reach your ultimate success, you're going to have to build your willpower equally as much as you're going to have to build your body, as much as you're going to have to build your mind, to see yourself, to see it through to you reaching your fullest potential. So again, today's word of the day was willpower. Willpower is the strength of will, which is your desire, choice, willingness, and consent to carry out one's decisions, visions, and plans. So remember, work that willpower, work your body, work your mind, and as always, don't be average, be epic, baby.